Hi, Cecilia. I'm just checking the notes that Rachel gave me about your needs for yoga. You needed to just wind down at the end of the day. This is going to be a good class for winding down at the end of the day. Say you're working late and you need to go to bed, but you're all wound up because you just got off work. This is great for that. We're going to start at the front of the mat in child's pose. So just come back with your toes untucked on your heels and hands by your hips, and drape your upper body over your legs. A couple deep inhales and exhales on your forehead. Big inhale, and then you're going to exhale and turn your neck slightly to the right, just looking over your right shoulder. And then inhale to center, and then over to the left. Exhale. Very small movement. Inhale back to center, forehead on the mat. We're going to reach our hands forward, tuck our toes, and press back into downward facing dog. Now take a couple of steps in your down dog, kind of pedaling out the knees, pulling most of the weight back into your hips. Spiral your triceps in, hollowing out your armpits. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Extend up through the tailbone. Belly button is in towards the spine. Make sure there's room on all sides of your neck. Then inhale, pick up your right hand. Exhale, twist by bringing your right hand to your left ankle, looking under your left shoulder. Inhale, hands back to center. And then again, over to the right. Left hand, right ankle, look under your right shoulder. And if you feel like you can't quite get to your ankle, just shorten your dog a little bit. Make your downward dog a little shorter. So we're going to extend back into regular size downward facing dog, pedaling out the legs again. And you're going to simply drop your knees on the ground and inhale, drop your stomach, lift your head and your tailbone, cow pose. Exhale, press your hands and your feet into the mat, hollowing out your back like a hollowing cat, dropping your head, looking at your belly button, tuck the tailbone deeply. Inhale, look up, drop the belly, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round your back, shoulder blades separate, looking at your belly button as you tuck your tailbone. Inhale, one more time, cow pose, look up, tailbone up, stomach drop, stretch. Exhale, hollowing cat. Now tuck your toes and pull back into downward facing dog again. We're going to lift the right leg up. Step the right foot or help it through between your hands and drop onto your back knee. You're going to help yourself up over your back knee. Make sure your knee is not past your toes up front, and make sure you're putting very little weight on the kneecap. From here, drop your left hand on the floor and just twist on the outside of both of your feet, dropping into that hip a little bit, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center, and you're going to just simply step your right foot back into downward facing dog. Exhale. From here, come into plank. Plank pose, your shoulders are directly over your wrist, fingers spread, and think about the weight spiraling up through your forearms to take some of the pressure off of your wrist. Look slightly ahead of you and lean forward, bringing your shoulders over your fingertips, and then slowly let yourself come all the way down. Untuck your toes, press into the hands, tuck your tailbone, look up, upward dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, and pull back all the way into downward facing dog. Couple of breaths in down dog just to get recentered. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot or help it through between your hands. Drop lightly on the back knee. Help yourself up and open your chest. Inhale. Exhale, right hand to the floor, and then twist on the outside of both feet, kind of twisting into that hip. This is a wonderful hip opener. You can pause the video and stay here for as long as you need to, looking over the right shoulder. And then exhale, come back into that low lunge. From here, you're going to pull your left leg back into downward facing dog. Knees to floor, child's pose. Now, anytime, make sure that in your child's pose that you can rest your forehead on the mat. If you can't reach the mat, you can stack your hands. You could put a book or a pillow or a block there. Just make sure that your forehead is making contact with the ground, because this is very calming to our nervous system anytime you get the structure of the brain to press against the skull. It causes a calming effect in our bodies. So just make sure that your forehead is making contact with something without straining your neck. Inhale, look forward, come to all fours, cross your feet at the ankles behind you, and then slowly roll over your feet and come into staff pose with your feet straight out in front of you, straight legs. Now you're going to get yourself really tall, shoulders low, the crown of your head is an extension of your tailbone. Reach the arms up overhead, inhale, big inhale, and then keeping all of this length, exhale over the legs, forward fold. Pull your toes inward. If you can't quite reach your toes, it's fine. Just relax into your forward fold. Keeping the feet flexed no matter where you are. If you're here, fine, that's totally cool. Just keep your feet flexed and everything real alive. And just forward fold. We're going to bring the right foot to the left inner thigh. Once again, get yourself really tall, reach up, and then exhale over the left leg. Nice stretch. Again, try to get the forehead to hit the shin or your hands or just something to where your head is hanging without hurting your neck. Inhale back up, extend the right leg, bend the left leg inner thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over the right leg. From here, you're going to bring your right foot to your left foot. So you're kind of in a butterfly pose. Grab your ankles, press your elbows on your knees, and lean forward as much as possible. Doesn't matter how far it is, it could be to there, wherever. Just leaning forward, pressing into the knees, down on the knees in order to open up the hip a little extra. And inhale back to center. Cross your legs in an easy seated position. Inhale, your hands are next to you, and inhale them straight up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to the forehead, to the lips, and then to the heart. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this yoga practice helps you. Have a wonderful night's sleep. Namaste.